Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel, Lo Without Limits. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 23 of my favorite things of the past year. So if you want to see those, then just keep watching. I'll be turning 24 in just a few short days, so I figured why not look back at the last year and compile a short little list, 23 things, since I'm 23, of things that I just really liked this past year. Some of them are a bit newer, some of them a bit older, so I just figured put together a quick little list and share those with you guys. So first things first, this book. So this is the last book that I finished. I actually started it around New Year's of this past year, and I finished it on the last day of February. I was like, I must finish this by March, and I did. It's super dense, like the words are tiny, the spacing's tiny, but it's so good. It's called Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, and I loved it because it was super research heavy and at the same time still had a lot of anecdotes, so I really liked this book. I definitely recommend it to anybody out there, especially if you're an introvert or if you're an extrovert that is dating an introvert or is with an introvert, just so you can understand, and I love all the science behind it. Number 2 is a book that I'm currently reading, so as soon as I finished Quiet, I picked up The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle, I'm not entirely sure. I'm about 50 pages into it. Been starting I'm a little slow. Well, the day I'm shooting this, I'm 50 pages into it. Hopefully by the time I post this, I'm a little bit further. It's about the same length as the last book, except the words, like the writing's a bit bigger. So it's a much quicker read than the last one was, and it's really good. It kind of makes you question a bit more and just really helps you become more mindful and more present and just kind of like look within. So far I really like this. Another book that I read this year, and this is my favorite like health wellness book, is Genius Foods by Max Lugavere. I heard him on a bunch of different podcasts and decided to pick up his books because again, it's very research heavy, but at the same time in a very relatable way. Sometimes you read research papers and different research books and it's very, like, it's too heavy. Like, I like the research, but at the same time, like, dumb it down a little bit for me. And I think he did a really good job of taking all the information and making it in a really easy to digest way for everybody to really understand. So I currently don't have that one because I gave it to my mom because I feel like it would really help her out. She kind of feels like she has a lot of brain fog. She also has rheumatoid arthritis. So I just figured she can read that, maybe look into it as much as she wants to, and let me know. And then, because I do want to when I'm home, try helping her eat healthy. She says that when I'm home, like, she eats the best. It's my favorite cookbook. It's the Plant Paradox Cookbook by Dr. Stephen Gundry. Also heard him on a bunch of different podcasts, and while I don't completely 100% agree with a lot of his diet things, and it just seems really intense of taking out all the lectins, when I personally don't know if I have any issues with that. That just seemed a little too intense for me, so I didn't pick up his book because I was like, like, I don't know. To me, just like reading that, I don't know how much more I would learn from it or like take and apply to my life in comparison to what I did with Genius Foods. But I did pick up his cookbook because just what he was showing, and he has like a little YouTube where he'll have quick little videos. He has like some really good recipes, so I figured, okay, pick up his cookbook. At the beginning, it briefly explains the Plant Paradox diet. So it gives you like a little bit of insight into that without reading the entire Plant Paradox book because it is pretty big. But in it, he has a lot of really good recipes, and a lot of his recipes are really simple. And because his diet is also gluten-free and dairy-free, that made it so much easier, because I do like to look for cookbooks, and even though I'm not strictly paleo, I always look for like a paleo cookbook or something along those lines because I know for a fact there won't have any gluten or dairy. So his diet plan doesn't include any of those things, so I knew that even if I'm not following his diet plan exactly, it does include no gluten and no dairy. So that's the kind of cookbook that I like. Another favorite of mine this year, now I'm not driving 2 hours both ways for work anymore, but I still like to listen to podcasts. So I like to listen to them when I'm getting ready now. So some old podcasts that I'm still loving, like Almost 30, MindPump, I Don't Get It podcast is just like a really fun one because I love Ashley Iaconetti, and some new ones that I've started listening to this year, like That's So Retrograde, Alchemy with Ambi, just a lot of really good ones. I did a post a while back on lowwithoutlimits.com. I'll have it linked of just like podcasts that I was listening to. So some of those I no longer listen to, and then I've also added a bit to it. So let me know if you want me to do an updated podcast post. Just leave that in the comments. Now going on to more food and stuff, a few things that I've started using this year that I really like. The first one is coconut yogurt. I love it because it's jam-packed with prebiotics, and I really want to help fix my gut health, get my gut health on track. So having probiotics and fermented food is really helping with that. So I have a little bit of this in the morning, even just like a spoonful or so it's not a full serving, but just a little bit to get some natural probiotics in there. This brand is Cocoyo. They said that they had it at Sprouts. I couldn't find it when I went, but Clemens lives near a Whole Foods, so either when I go visit him, I'll go walk to a Whole Foods and pick this up, or it's getting a little gassy, or when he's on his way over, I'm like, can you stop at Whole Foods first? Just because it's a little bit easier for him to go to the one close to him than for me to drive to one. So if you have a Whole Foods near you, I definitely recommend it. And I just get the plain one. They call it Pure. Some other food things I've been liking. This, I've been trying for years, different vegan, not for years, for a couple of years I'd say, different vegan proteins, and this year I stumbled upon Woman's Best Vegan Vanilla Protein. The only downside is that it takes a couple weeks to get here because it does come from Europe, but other than that, it's the best tasting vegan protein I've had so far. I've tried a bunch of different brands, and they either taste just like chalky, they don't blend well, and this one I would say, like, when you mix it up, has the same consistency as a whey protein, how it's just like creamy and good. So I really like this brand of vegan protein. Another favorite of this year, I mentioned it and I was so excited for it in my Christmas haul, but it is my Instant Pot. I've used it so much already. I'm gonna meal prep with it tomorrow for work. I just really like it. I'm super grateful for it. My mom was like, what are you most excited for? And like, of all things that I was most excited for Christmas was the Instant Pot, and I've used it so much. It's honestly made my life so much easier. The last food thing is FourSigmatic. I feel like they really just like came up this year, and I don't buy the full boxes and I don't order it online. I just go to Sprouts and they sell individual packets, which is much cheaper than buying a full box, which in the end, I do use like a full box's worth, but I just like feel bad like spending that money on a whole box at once, so I just get the individual packets, and then I can kind of mix and match. Like if I'm gonna get like 10, I can choose like 10 different ones versus committing to full boxes. So these two are my favorite right now. It is just the mushroom coffee. You can have this one in the morning because it has cordyceps, so it's really good for just like getting you up, getting you going. Cordyceps in the morning just are really good, as well as the golden latte mix. My very first video on YouTube was the like 4 DIY lattes, so I do love a nice golden latte, the turmeric lattes, so this one is just so much easier to do. If you don't want to make your own, just throw this packet in with either some more milk or water, and it's really good. It's actually really delicious, and I think it's because it has coconut milk powder, so it does give it that little bit of creaminess, even if you just use it with hot water. Moving on from food onto more like a clothes type situation. The first thing is slip-on Vans. I actually got these for myself for my birthday last year. They're like this pretty blue checker look in some lights, and like at work, they actually look really good in this lighting right now. At work, one of my coworkers was like, oh, I love like your gray and white checker Vans, and I was like, they're actually baby blue, and she's like, they're not gray, and I was like, no, they're just dirty. But they're super cute and I love them. I just like love the baby blue color of them. Another thing that I've been loving and appreciating this year are my Converse. These are more so for working out, especially for leg days. A little dirty, but you know, what you gonna do? I have another pair at home that my mom washed. They're a bit wider, so I might switch them out just because these are getting a little dingy and like breaking. But it just means that they've been worn with love. So my Converse for working out. And then something that Clemens bought me, which I love so much. He got them at Urban Outfitters. I like showed him a photo. I was like, oh, aren't these like funny and cute? And I didn't realize that he bought them, but then they're on back order. But then they finally came, and they are Corgi slippers. Look at these. They're so cute, but they're kind of big and like they're heavy in the front. So when I walk, they're just like but they also, you can plug them into like your computer if you're working on your computer, and they have like heating pads inside, and they get toasty. So if you wake up and you're like chilly or you're working late at night on your computer, you can plug them in and they get toasty. And I love them, they're so cute. I love when they sit there. You've probably seen them in the back of my video a few times. Another fashion-y favorite of mine are actually these jeans I'm wearing right now. So they are from TopShop. They're like a mom jean kind of. So they're like straight leg, you can't tell still. And they just like end. So these are this pair obviously, and they're super comfy. They fit me really, really well. I have other like TopShop jeans that are skinny jeans, but I love these ones. And I also have this cut that's like a bit lighter with like a frayed edge, and I love like where they stop on my ankle. They're super comfy. And I like wearing them almost every single day that I have to put jeans on, and Clemens hates them. He's like, they do nothing for your butt. And I'm like, I don't care, because they're comfortable. And when I get bloated, they give me a little bit of space to get bloated. The skinny jeans, I'm like, that's a commitment to wear all day for work. And they don't allow for as much bloat, which I get sometimes. So these jeans, love them. Another fashion favorite of this year is this purse from Spade. So it's like a dusty pink color. They also have it in black. They also have a short little like clutch version. They have a backpack version. But why I like this so much, it has like both the short strap and like the long strap, which like I appreciate. And this I got in London because they only had it in Europe. And I think now you can buy this version in the US. So it's like the little handle strap. You can switch out the handles, you can switch out the long strap, you can do it to all these different styles of purses, and you can switch out the flaps. So I can just take off this one, put on this one, and look at this flap. It has flamingos. Like, how is this not the cutest thing? And the flamingos are like a little paper type thing. They're so cute, and I love wearing this, especially if I'm wearing something simple. I'm like, oh, I could just like put on my flamingo thing. It's so cute. And then if I'm not feeling like I should have flamingos on, because maybe I'm going somewhere really fancy and a flamingo purse isn't like the most appropriate situation, then I just switch it out back to like the regular old flap, and it's good to go. They also have them with like a little dog, a little kitty, a little bunny. They also sell all these in black, so you can just mix and match. And I was like, what a genius idea. And the last fashion-y thing are these Aerie Bralettes. I'm a big bralette gal. I can't remember the last time I wore like a bra because they're uncomfortable, and then I'm just like all day, and then I get grouchy because I have a bra on and I hate it. And ever since I've stopped wearing a bra, which was like years ago at this point, I feel like my boobs have like perked themselves up because they're like, we gotta hold ourselves up. We don't have a bra helping out. And I used to get all my bralettes at Victoria's Secret Pink just because they were simple, they were secure, they had little straps, they were good, they like fit under everything. The straps were thin so you wouldn't see them. And then they just started getting like real stupid there. They were like, now everything has like this padding and everything's all this strap and all this stuff. And I'm like, all a girl wants is a simple bralette, and I couldn't find one anywhere. And finally I found these at Aerie. So I have this one, I'm wearing it in like tan right now. Again, secure, it's just a band, nothing fancy. No pads, because I don't need that. Adjustable back straps, which is important because my left shoulder is a little bit lower than my right. And these ones do have a thicker strap, so it's hard to wear under tank tops, but I found a couple other ones at Aerie that are nice and have thin straps, but these are my favorite to wear. Super thick, super secure. I feel like they're not going anywhere. And the Victoria's Secret ones like started to just like, because I got so old, just like fall apart. Tried to put them on, but like my boobs weren't really staying in just because they were so like stretched out and like so worn. So these are new and they're good and I love them. Something else that I got this year that I absolutely love are my 2 tattoos. So I got one on my rib cage at the beginning of May in 2018 when I was in New York. We were like, let's just go get tattoos. So I have a tree, I'll put a pic here. And the reason I got a tree is because I love Robert Frost poems, and I just like also love plants, but I love Robert Frost poems, and I personally don't want words tattooed on me. Some people like they look really nice on, but for me I'm just like, I don't want words. And like, what if one day I just really didn't like Robert Frost poems, and it'd be weird that I have his words tattooed on me. So I figured this tree is just symbolic of a lot of his poems, and also just like it's really nice. It's just like simple lines, and it's something that I've been wanting for a while too. So I was happy that I really got that. And then the other one that I have, which you've probably seen in a few videos sneak in there, is this paper plane. And I got it when I was in London with my mom, and I was really wanting just like something with like a little plane, and I was happy to get it in London because, you know, I was traveling there, so like really cliche and lame, but whatever. And the reason I decided on a paper plane instead of a regular plane is, one, it's cuter. Two, like regular planes, they land and they go somewhere. They have a direction. It's like, this is our flight path. Paper planes, you know, they just go. And that's how I want my life to be. That's how I'm trying to be. It's hard because I'm like a very type A, like regular airplane person, but I just want to go. Another thing that I've been loving this year is my new essential oil diffuser. I've talked about it a few times. I'll leave link below like my 5 ways to feel better video, because in that I do mention a few different essential oil mixes that you can use in your diffuser to help yourself feel better. But I have a bunch of different essential oils, and if you want to see that video just for something to feel better. I can also do a video at some point on all my essential oils and what they're good for and how to mix them. If you ever want me to do that, just let me know in the comments. Just a few like beauty makeup things that I've been liking this year. This is the foundation that I found early in my 23rd year. It is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC foundation. I use it as a foundation, and it's oil free and matte, which I'm a very oily person. I put this on just a few hours ago and I feel like I'm just like so oily that if I had anything that had an oil with it, or that was like a shiny, like dewy look, it would just look gross on me. So I really like that, and it's thin, so I feel like a lot of other makeups, like I've tried wearing MAC for a while and it just goes on so thick and I feel very cakey with it. So I do really like this, and I use it to like conceal. I'll use the Tarte Shape Tape. I have like medium and then like a light one to try to contour or something, I don't know. Also the TooFaced Better Than Sex mascara. I was always getting like cheap drugstore mascaras, and then my mom started getting this and I started stealing them. And I really like it. And so it's like, you know, sometimes you gotta spend a little extra money for a good mascara. It's worth it. And then also this, I got a mini one from Sephora, like the little flight thing, and I just ran out, so I just got a new one, but it's the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. And it is a replenishing elixir of pure essential oils and distilled botanicals to visibly restore the appearance of skin by morning. So it's like an oil, and you just do 3 drops. So I'll do like a little drop there, rub it in, a little drop here, rub it everywhere, put it everywhere. And this I feel like has actually really helped just like keep my skin nice and like clean at night. So I'll like wash my face in the shower, get out, put this on, and I just feel like I don't feel oily. But in the morning my skin doesn't feel dry, because then it's like dry, but I'm also, since I don't have a bunch of like heavy moisturizing stuff, since my skin gets so oily, then I feel like I don't moisturize it well, so this just keeps it nice and like calm and soft throughout the night, so in the morning I can wake up, wash my face, and it's easy to put on my makeup and all my oil-free mattifying creams. One of the last things is all my reusable products. I have a whole video on it that I will link down below. But one of my favorites this year was my new water bottle, because my swell was just starting to smell. And I like got it and like it's fine, but at the same time I was just like, I need a new one. This one is empty because I needed more water. And it has a little infuser space so you can put in cucumber, lemons. So I really like this. Gives your water a little bit of a kick without it just like getting everywhere. Sometimes you like shove water in a water bottle and then you're just like drinking pulp and stuff. So this I love, as well as some other reusable products that I'll mention very soon. Just, you know, stay tuned for that one. And then last but not least, just this is a very cheesy one, but my friends and my family and my new job, I did switch jobs this year, and it's just been a great experience to try something new and be able to have different new job experiences and try out from live events to a reality type situation, and just kind of like dip my toes in all the water. And having this experience has allowed me to realize that I like graphic design, I like other things, and it's just really expanded my network. And I'm really grateful for everybody that I work with, for the job themselves, for the Lady Gang themselves, for having a show that could even give me a job. So I'm just super, super thankful for everybody this year that's really, really helped me out. And of course, like Clemens too, because he's a new one. Got him in my 23rd year. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what some of your favorites were for this past year of your life and what you want to see more of on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.